alternating. Guys, congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, you know what? I think being the #1 team in the country, you guys come in here, Coach, you can talk about this, and people think maybe you're going to come in and just blow people out by like 10-0. The thing that impressed me about your team is that it's so systematic. Is that a good description of this team?
Maybe. I think everyone knows like baseball's a really hard game. It's not easy to win games. You got to win different ways. So I think what we do is just try to focus on ourselves and just play the game inning to inning, pitch to pitch, and we just focus on our process. We're pretty good that way. I guess that is the system, Bob, that we want to just focus on being in the moment and just competing. So, yeah, I'd say that's accurate.
You guys have such a great, and any of the guys can jump in and talk about this, you guys have such a great balanced team. But I think the one thing that might get overlooked is how great a defensive team it is. I mean, you're at like 981. Okay, yes, you hit, and yes, you pitch, but talk about the defense. I mean, it seems like you take pride in defense, especially that catch in right field.
Yeah, I mean, the catch by Tino, and I think TJ should speak to this, he's one of our defensive captains, but the catch by Tino is one of the best big moment catches that I've seen in a long time. It was obviously huge. And then TJ's defense today was like high level as it's been all year, but we definitely take pride in it. TJ,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things we every day at practice is defensive stuff. Even when we're just warming up and throwing, our throwing routine is picks and outfields doing fly balls and working on throwing. So basically all the practice is working on defense and making sure our defense is sound, because that's part of what makes us such a great team.
Did you guys feel that, I think you knew in advance you weren't going to host because of graduation, but did you feel, was that extra motivation, like, hey, we're the #1 team in the country, we have to play on the road to win a regional? Was that a thought process, or you don't think that way?
Yeah, I think whatever comes our way, we're just going to say good and just take it as it comes and try to compete. We did know we had commencement, huge undertaking, we weren't going to be able to host. It's the 3rd time in a row. We kind of embrace it and just move forward and get to visit Econ, which is a pretty cool place. I have history here, 5 national championships, so come here and play. I was excited. I'm from Connecticut. The year before it was Bridgewater State. The year before it was Cortland. So we're getting to see different parts of New England and compete and have fun together. It's nice to kind of hang out in a hotel together and spend time.
Hey, guys, for the guys that are upperclassmen, does it ever get old winning and getting a chance to go to the World Series?
Not at all. It's pretty fun winning. Losing is not fun at all. So the more we just keep winning and keep playing together, that's just the best special parts about it. So I mean, every day we're just trying to fight and win every single day.
And these guys are young, Bob. These are sophomores.
So I saw that.
Yeah.
Yes. But these guys are young, but you do have some experienced players and teams that have gone to the World Series and to the Super Regional. How much does that help the team?
Yeah, I think being there, that there's a comfort level, that nothing's like unexpected. I think we know what's coming next. We know we have to play. We know what we have to do, and there's definitely comfort in that. I think it's easier.
Good. Fernando, do you want to jump in?
Joey, you had a fly ball that you caught out there in the 7th inning by Matt Holmes. We already saw Matt Holmes hit a home run in this tournament. What was going through your head, going through your mind when you were trying to track that ball down, leaping, grab it?
That's amazing.
So before, I just knew the wind was blowing in and everything. So I was trying to play as far back as possible just to take everything in. And then as the ball went up, I saw it just kind of carrying. And then I just started taking back off towards the wall. And once I saw the wall at the corner of my eye, I knew I had to jump. And I just let all the years of being an outfielder just take over and just made the catch.
Elevated.
Would that have gone out? Or was on top of the fence? Could you tell?
I think it would have got out a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, no.
Close enough.
I got one. So, Stu, you hadn't pitched since May 1st. Saw you getting loose a little bit yesterday. Obviously, have had a ton of bullpens, I'm sure, in the week since. But what did it mean to come in today? High pressure spot, get out of there, really do a great job out of the bullpen, and carry this team to the end of the game.
I mean, it's huge. It doesn't start this year. I mean, it starts last year, even like before. But last year, Coach had faith in me. Championship games as a freshman, so it's kind of just getting that experience under my belt. Having confidence, making adjustments while you're out there on the fly. Kind of just everything blends into one, and you kind of just do your best to compete with whatever you have at that given day. You know, the time in between like outings, you just stay ready, stay loose, stay prepared. That's about it.
Bit of a different note. We've talked a lot about the defensive pitching here, but you guys each had multi-hit games in all 3 of these tournament games. Can you speak a little bit about your approaches at the plate, or what you've been trying to do, or what's really led to your success at the plate these past few days?
I mean, for me at least, it goes back to what I said on Friday. I know that our team is so deep, our lineup's so deep, that if I just get on any way possible, I'm going to get hit around. And I think that showed in all the games this week, that guys that got on base ended up scoring most of the time.
I mean, our goal is just keep the line moving, get everyone up, do your job, and whatever the situation has, just try to execute as best as you can.
Yeah, and playing off that, it seems like that's, if you watch your team, that seems like it's the mentality. Like there's no egos, there's no superstars, everybody does their job. Is that correct?
Yeah, I feel confident that they can all do their job. I feel like they're all superstars, to be quite honest with you, in the way they compete, go about their business, and produce. But they do know it's about getting the next guy up and getting the next guy up and the next guy. And when we keep turning the lineup over, we score a lot of runs.
Yes.
These guys do a great job with that.
Talk about the experience of playing that game last night, that 4-hour game. We've hosted a lot of games, and we were excited about that game.
We don't even want to talk about that game. It was a long one. That's pretty much all I want to say about that one. We're happy we got the win, but we want to put it past us. Today was more fun.
Talk about Husson. I mean, I think people overlook them. I mean, they're a solid team.
Outstanding team. Yeah, Chris Mo is a great coach.
Yeah.
They're really fundamentally sound. They're really athletic. They pitch it. They play D, and they're really competitive. They have some guys with power. The kid Holmes has legit power. He just missed that ball. So it was really, really great to play them. They've been here a lot. I believe this is their third or fourth in a row regional appearance. So they're doing an amazing job. I have utmost respect for Mo and their whole team. They're great.
Yeah, they have a good team.
TJ, talk to me about your hitting. I mean, here at the Eastern Baseball Stadium, your teammates have been jokingly around with you saying you're going to transfer here because you loved hitting at this field. You had 7 hits, 7 runs, 4 RBIs, and also accounted for a walk. Talk to me how you've done so well here at this field.
I'm not really sure what it is. I mean, I do like the atmosphere. I think it's a great field. I feel pretty comfortable here, but I think it just always comes down to my approach and what I'm feeling on the day. I mean, if I'm going up comfortable, relaxed, I feel like I can do that at most fields, so it just kind of comes down to what's going on that day with my approach.
Last question I'll ask. Guys, you come into the last day and you have to be beaten twice. How do you do that, approach that mentally? Because you know you want to knock it out and you want to win it, but then you know in the back of your mind, you know, even you may have to save some pitching. But how do you go about that? Do you want to deliver the knockout blow right away, or do you just say, well, if we lose this, we got another one?
I look at it as you just want to finish the game and end the tournament and win it.
Yeah.
We weren't going to save any pitching. We were going to go all the way after this game. Stu obviously carried us. And honestly, when Stu's confident in himself, he's one of the best pitchers in the whole country. And you got to see that today on display. And I'm really, really proud of him.
We did.
For the way he competed after, significant rest. But he did stay ready and he did work hard. And then when the chance came, he dominated. So I'm really, really proud of this guy next to me.
It was good effort.
Coach, this will be the last question for me. You guys now go and move on to the Super Regional Tournament. I don't know if you know this, but you guys will be facing Johns Hopkins, who was red hot in the regional tournament. They won the championship 19-4 against Arcadia, outscored their opponents 51-13. How are you going to approach that game? You guys beat them in the blowout in the regular season. What's the approach in the Super Regionals to advance to the World Series?
Yeah, just the same as every other game. Just get ready to play. Like you said, we faced them earlier in the year. We know them. They know us. They'll be excited. We'll be excited. We hope to be hosting that game at home and going to work. And I just think we're all going to prepare in these next few days to be ready for that Friday game. And when that first pitch goes, we're all ready and excited and fired up to compete. So I can't wait for that game, to be honest with you.
This will be it for me as well, but Coach, you just mentioned hope to host next week. Can you talk about what that Northfield magic has been like over the course of the season, but also if we do get to host next week, what you hope to see throughout the weekend?
Yeah, I just want us to be us. When we just stay to ourselves and compete the way we know how and bring the energy we know how, and we have a great chance to beat anybody. So we're really excited to get home and relax and hang in the dorms and hang out together, and then when Friday comes, the first pitch comes, we will be ready. And we love playing at home, and it's a beautiful ballpark, so it's go time.
For me.